Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Boar Reborn. I believe it's episode 19 now. We are meeting the players on the outskirts of Koiden Kitsune, which is the castle of the Fox Clan. I just pull up a quick picky for you. There we go. That should be in your handouts. Don't know if it's come up on screen.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Is it really all surrounded with big trees like this and stuff?
Yeah. So the actual castle is actually in the Kitsune Mori, the Fox Forest. So it's on the out. It's been well maintained. It's been properly landscaped and everything, but it is in the woods. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is when you go through the main gate of the Koiden, and then this is like the run up to the castle. So it's quite beautiful. It's obviously landscaped and manicured and stuff. It's got that edge of wild about it as well. It's not purely, it's not landscaped to within an inch of its life. So you'd spent the previous day in the village. You'd done a little bit of shopping. You'd had proper baths, and you got yourself a couple of robes, a couple of little bits. So we'll introduce our players, and I'm going to start with Mr. Ken. But Mr. Ken, can you describe to the rest of the players what your new makeup looks like, if you remember?
Yes. So you've seen the pictures of the Kuni face masks, and it's just kind of makeup, like American Indian, but the whole face.
Very much kabuki style, kabuki theatre style. In the past, it's been a kabuki theatre style, yeah.
What Tom says, but I can't hear what he said, and I'm not sure what I wouldn't know what he meant anyway. But he knows. He's the man. So what Takahashi's done is he's got new makeup on, but half of his face is a stylized boar, and half of his face is a stylized fox, symbolizing the kind of connection between the two clans, hopefully. And he's got new robes.
Yep. And you're playing. Who are you playing? Oh, you can't hear me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Takahashi. Oh, I thought we were ignoring that bit. Okay. Yes, I play Takahashi, one of the awesome Shugenja. Heichi Takahashi.
Yeah. Mr. Andy.
Hi.
Please describe yourself and also how much peacocking you are doing.
Okay. I'm Andy. I'm playing Takahiro, who is the leader of the group and the most important, highest honor. Discovered most recently the one with the most. Is it renown? What's the influence or something? I can't remember what it was.
Glory.
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 And insight. I think I've got the highest insight I discovered as well. What he has not only had a good bath, got himself properly clean and presentable, and done all the correct etiquette. He has also ensured that his servant has given Ryutao, who is the guest of honor and prospective groom, a very thorough clean, washing behind his ears, cleaning out his fingernails, all that sort of stuff. Much to, I imagine, Ryutaro's horror and probably, sorry, I'm saying this is what Takahiro has instructed his servant Guru to do. Ryutaro can obviously decide what has actually been successful. I wouldn't dare to dictate how successful it has been. But there's also been, we went, Takahiro and Xiaofan have been shopping for perfume for Ryutao and things like that. So we're trying to make both not just myself more presentable, but also make the prospective groom more presentable. Whether he's done it or not is entirely up to him.
Speaking of which, Mr. Kyle, can you introduce yourself and how are you presented today? Have you allowed Guru to pamper you?
I'm Carl. I play Ryutao. Ryutao would never, as a Wasp Clan samurai, have servants pamper him. He'll let him help wash his back and hair, but he will do the rest himself, and will stay away from any form of perfume, because that is very much peacocking Crane Clan rubbish.
All correct apart from the word rubbish.
Miss Xiaofan, played by our wonderful B.
Hi, I'm B. I play Heichi Xiaofan, the other very awesome Shugenja. Xiaofan is dressed up a little bit like everyone else. She had to buy a new kimono as she used one of her spare ones in the Cinnamon Forest to mark the way to the Silent Grove. So she's now sporting a peach colour with lots of fox symbology on it. Because, when in Rome.
Fair. Second to last, we have Mr. Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. I play Heichi Akihiro, a swordsman who understands his position in the party, unlike the other swordsman. Akihiro has had a bath and he's beaten most of the travel dirt out of his clothes. But apart from that, he's not really taken too much interest in the way he looks.
That's fair enough. Finally, we don't have a Mr. Ben, as he is busy with other stuff. So, it is the morning of. It is the morning. You are approaching the gates to Kuiden Kitsune, and who would be in the lead in this point? Are you approaching?
Is our contact, isn't he? With them.
Well, you've all met.
We've all met them before.
Oh,
yeah.
have we all met them before? Okay.
Yeah, on the way to the on the way to your own lands the first time round. So you have all met them. The official, if you remember, the official reason you are here is that you are extending courtesies to the oldest minor clan from the newest minor clan.
Are we inviting them to that event we've talked about organising it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We were going to.
Yeah, so we've got an invitation to that as well. So okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I have written that out so like a more formal invitation?
Yes.
In a little
Yeah, without a doubt.
Roll.
Yeah. For the Winter Court.
Yeah.
So, yep, not a problem. So who would be in the front? Obviously, Ryutao would be at least near the front, as he is one who has visited on multiple occasions.
I think this is like my fourth visit, maybe more.
Yeah.
It's like my
Shouldn't
third
the face
clan.
be at the front?
Yeah.
So hero.
Like hero. Okay.
I'll let the peacock do his peacock thing. It's easier.
What you there for, man?
Yeah.
I shall stride forward.
Yeah. As you're not, are you wearing your armor or are you wearing kimono?
What is the correct etiquette?
6 of 1. To be honest with you, 6 of 1. You can choose. It is not just what you wear, it's how you approach and what you are saying, etc. So you can approach in full armor, but with the rest of the retinue in in armor and kimonos, it doesn't really matter. It is you're approaching in peace, and you are expected.
Am I right in correct in assuming that Akihiro is in his armor?
Yes, he is.
Okay, then
Yes, he is. Sorry.
yeah. Okay, then on the grounds that he looks like my bodyguard, I'll be wearing a kimono.
Fair enough.
I'm as I'm walking behind him, I'm clipping his heels so he trips over.
Give me a good grief. Okay.
That may have been a joke. I don't know.
Do you want it to be honest? I can do it.
No, because
okay.
Akihiro realises that any bodyguard would be actually in front of the subject, not behind them.
Yeah.
Only somewhere where you felt threatened.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd be dressed in kimono. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Guru's at the back, staggering under the weight of all my armor as well.
I was going to say, have you left Guru and the other porters at the inn, or have you taken them with you?
What would be normal? Leaving them at the inn, I would have thought.
Yeah. So Guru will be at the inn as well then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Certainly.
Excellent. As you approach, obviously there are 2 Fox Clan Bushi in front of the gates. The gates are open. As you approach, 1 steps forwards, gives you a short bow, very short, but watching you, and says, "Samurai, may I ask who is seeking an audience with the fox?"
So, out of character, didn't we send a note telling them? Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
I shall reply using my best etiquette. So, tell me if this is wrong. That we are representatives of the Daimyo of the Boar Clan, and we are here to bring greetings to the Daimyo of the Fox Clan, and to present him with an invite.
There's another short bow and says,
"Do you want anything like an etiquette roll or anything like that needed, or is that fine?"
At this point, no, we're okay. Yeah. You're not in a court situation, so it's a little bit different. There's another short bow and says, "Many thanks. It is nice to see more members of the newest minor clan, especially with Heichi Ryutao-san, who has been a guest here on a number of occasions. If you would care to follow me, I will escort you to the Daimyo's court. Where we are expecting you." So
I'll follow
they
on.
lead you. Yep. As you go through, you notice that this is a calm place. It's a mixture of manicured and wild, like garden and stuff. It's very beautiful, but in a completely different way to the lands that you are actually from. The nearest I would assume would be Ryutaru's, but it's more manicured than he would be he usually sees. You're led to a small-ish waiting room, and 1 second. You led to the smallish waiting room. A servant comes in, and she actually brings you like hand towels to wash the dirt from the road. You are also, because you are honoured guests, and this is a diplomatic thing, they've allowed you to keep your weapons. because this is a sign of trust to your clan.
Is there the concept of peace knots in this?
Usually, weapons would be asked to be polished by people, so you can leave it with them. You can also carry it in your opposite hands, that sort of thing. So, and when you like kneel to speak to somebody, you place it on the opposite side to where you normally wear it, is showing another sign of trust.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, it didn't save there. Why didn't it save there? Oh, there it is. Sorry. This room is it actually looks out onto part of the garden as well, where you can actually see a very nice Zen garden with some stones dotted about as well. It's quite serene, and you will all notice a flash of white, as if a quickly moving animal.
Do we see what it is?
I know exactly what it is.
There you go. If you want to explain.
Will it be a Kitsune by any chance? Well, I've seen a
Please
few of them
explain what
around
it is
here.
to people. Yeah.
Can't remember, are they multi-tailed foxes in this?
You haven't seen you've only seen the white foxes here. You do know that when they're in their spirit form, they tend to have multi-tails. The more tails they have, the more powerful they are.
Yeah.
But you've only ever seen single-tailed white foxes here. After about 10-15 minutes of waiting, a door slides open, and a lady in kimono and a full courtly dress steps in, bows to you all. Good morning. I am Kitsune Asami. I am the Hatamoto, well, one of the Hatamotos of Kitsune Gohei Asama. Unfortunately, my lord is not feeling particularly well, but he has made efforts to see you. So I'm afraid your meeting may be cut short due to the fact he is not feeling particularly well this morning. And she bows to you once more, and then holds the door open. It's a different door you came into. This door opens onto the courtyard, the courtroom of the Fox. On a dais at the end of the at the end of the room, you will see this gentleman. Okay.
The name of the Hatamoto was Kitsune An?
Asami. 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 Okay. Did the picture of Gohai turn up?
No.
It does not.
No. Okay. No worries. That's why.
Hatamoto is the same rank as all of us, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Let's try that.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
Fantastic. So you do see the stone statue of the Kitsune, but he's looking paler than any of you remember, but you only ever met him once. Ryutaro, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. There is as you're looking at him, you see there is a slight tremor in one of his hands. that wasn't there before.
Okay.
Yeah. Asami will guide you in, sit you all down on the individual mats, cushions, and she goes forward a few paces, kneels, bows to the Lord, and goes, "My Lord Kitsune Sama, these are the representatives of the Boar Clan. They have come to greet you, and I'm not sure what else. As officially organised over the last few months." And she then scoots around towards you, bows to you, and then looks pointedly at Takahiro and says, "If you will."
My thanks. I shall get up and bow the correct level of bow to Kitsune Goai.
Mm-hmm.
My thanks for greeting us, my lord. We bring the best wishes of the Boar Clan to the Fox Clan, as such, from the newest of the minor clans to the eldest of the minor clans. We also are arranging a out of character. What this
A winter
event
court.
celebration.
is the celebration, the Winter
Yeah.
Festival, isn't it? Was it calling it
Winter
No,
Court.
it's
Court.
sorry,
Winter
Winter
Court?
Court.
And these
So Winter Court.
and the Emperor's coming, isn't that right?
You are going to be inviting the Emperor.
Yep.
But there's winter courts for families, for clans, for major clans, for minor clans. So you can invite the Emperor.
Okay.
Because you did have his your Daimyo has his patronage and friendship.
Right. And I was under the impression this was a big event where we're expecting people from lots of other clans to arrive.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
you have. Yeah, you've sent out missives to a lot of the minor clans.
Okay, but just the minor. Okay.
Because it'd be a bit presumptuous to do the majors.
Yeah. Okay. So I shall say to him, we have organised a winter court, and we cordially invite you to it. And I'm assuming that there's a written invitation that does Xiaofan produce that at that point or something.
I'll present it to Go High.
Asami.
Yeah.
So
but
Asami will take it from you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll present it.
Yeah.
I'll give it over to Sammy and then go back to my sitting position.
Yeah.
And we also are hopeful that the Emperor will bless us with his presence, as our Daimyo is a trusted advisor to the Emperor. I think might be a bit of a stretch, but that'll do.
Yeah. There's a slight laugh that turns into a bit of a cough as he say this, and he nods to you and says, "I thank you for your kind words and your invitation. I am hopefully going to be well enough to attend the winter courts. If not, my daughter shall attend in my stead, as I know that the young man over there has visited a few times." And he looks pointedly at Ryutao.
I'll bow deeply.
I shall bow in response to my thanks, my lord. It would be delightful if you were able to attend along with your daughter, but if it is only your daughter, then we would be equally grateful.
Good. Good. Now, tell me briefly, how goes the lands of the Boar? Have you managed to resettle yet?
Right. I don't know how briefly he really means. I don't know whether you want to go through actually what's said, but I shall give a brief account of. I mean, I think the stuff that happened at the village of Broken Dreams. I don't think that's confidential, so I shall recount
We can say
that.
we found marauders at the edge
Yeah,
of our
marauders and
Yeah.
is it Gaijin? Is that what it's called?
Gaijin.
Yeah.
The barbarians.
Who we fought, and I'm not going to mention anything about the blood speakers because I think that seems to rattle people's cages, and nor about the hidden boar. I should just say that we have refounded the castle, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Do you want me to do a courtier check
Give
for?
me, yeah, just a quick courtier check.
Make sure you don't bore him.
Yeah.
But that's what we're
target
there
number.
for. We're the
It's going
Boar
to be
Clan.
20. Target number's going to be 20. So if you want to put any races in to make it a bit more exciting, keep to the point, that sort of thing.
It's on
Anything,
awareness. So I'm on 7 keep 4. So I'm going to put 1 raise in. So
okay.
target number 25.
What's that going to be for? Yeah. What's the race going to be? To keep him interested, to keep information away from him, to big up Ryutao, to make him better in the eyes of the Daimyo.
I'm going to pick up
Ryutao
because I know ultimately we're quite hopeful that there'll be some political marriage. Certainly in my head, it's a political marriage. Bizarrely, it may actually be they like each other, but but yeah, I will be picking up. I will be picking up Ryutao. Right, so 1 raise.
Target number 25. Yep.
31.
Nice.
Should have gone for 2. Oh well. Jesus, a lot of ones.
Oh, yeah, a lot of ones. 3 1 3 8s. Nice. He looks a couple of times with over to Ryutao. Nods appreciatively in the right bits, and near the end of your talking, he starts coughing, and he raises like a kerchief to his mouth when he coughs. And then just as you finish up, somebody actually runs. He starts coughing more and more.
Right. Can I'm not making this obvious, but is there? Can I spot what color is the handkerchief? Is it red? Is there any sign of blood on it, or have they given him a red handkerchief to try and disguise that he's coughing up blood?
You got to give me either an awareness or a perception roll for that.
Do you
it's
mean
going to be quite a high target number? No investigation because you don't have time.
Okay, so perception or awareness? I'll do awareness.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Pause there because I want to. Yeah. The target number is going to be a 25, but if you raise to a 30 and hit it, you will get more information. But you have to declare you're making the raise.
Okay.
So target number 25.
Yeah.
Just target number 30 for more information.
Okay. Just to be clear, when I was addressing him, was I addressing him from my normal where I was sat in front of him like the others, or had I approached closer?
You were probably in the same line as before.
Okay.
You're all in line around about the 8 to 9 feet away.
Okay. I think this might be quite important. Actually, no. Sorry, no. I'm just going to go normal. I'll go for one raise. What the hell? I go for one raise.
Okay,
So
you're going for the 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone else going to be doing this? All of you can make this roll.
I've already made my roll and I failed, so.
No, I was going to allow you to re-roll because you rolled
Okay.
before I said the target number. Yeah. So, anybody else who wants to make the roll?
Yeah, I'll roll it, but I won't be going for any raises. I'm too far back. I think.
Okay, no worries. You're 25. Akihiro, Takahiro, no,
normal.
Ryutao. Yeah.
Oh, I
Um.
should have said raise, but I went normal.
Yeah. Okay. So, Xiaofan and
I haven't
Takahashi, are
rolled.
you going? Yeah. Are you rolling?
Oh, you
are you
asked me if I
rolling?
So
Yeah. Are you doing normal or are you doing with one raise?
Well, is this
I'm just gonna
just
roll.
to see what's on the handkerchief? Because I think overall what I'm looking for is I was thinking like doing a medicine thing just to see if it's something that I recognize, an illness that I recognize.
Oh, you're just going for the cough. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm
no
just
problem.
kind of looking at his demeanor and trying to figure out by what symptoms I'm seeing and how he's presenting. Like, does this seem like a normal, or I say normal? Basically, I'm looking to see if I can rule out a normal disease, and if not, it's supernatural in some way.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. That's going to be quite a high target number. I'm going to say target number 30 for that.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Takahashi, what are you looking
I
for?
didn't get it.
I'm looking for site. I'm assuming I'm not. I haven't got any medicine skill anyway, but I'm assuming that it is something dodgy. So I am looking for signs that it is a Maho spell of some sort. So there, for example, there could be like bags of herbs squirreled away, or some hex bag, or some markings somewhere. All of that, any of that kind of stuff that might indicate that there's something going on here. Because I assume it is big.
You're looking around, so I'm going to say yours is target number 30 as well, because you're trying to find things that are hidden and all the rest of it.
Okay. What is it? What skill is it? Oh, it's just an awareness. Trained
Straight
awareness roll.
Yeah.
Trained awareness. Can I put a void point in it?
Yeah, if you like. That gives you an extra +1, keep 1.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's not going to help, is it? Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yes,
I could roll over.
Yeah. Just roll a d10.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Okay, so Akihiro, user 25, no particular raises. Cool. Ryutao, you were looking. Okay, so Akihiro, yes, he did cough something up, and he did like wipe his mouth and cover it up. Ryutao, did you put any raises into it?
No, I said normal.
No. Yeah, you get the same as well. So he's definitely coughed something up, and wiped his mouth. It's not. It doesn't. Xiaofan, it does not sound phlegmy.
I mean, I rolled shit, so I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm going to give you. It doesn't sound phlegmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is some sort of harsh cough. That's all I can give you for that one.
Yep.
Okay. Who else rolled high? Takahiro, no. Ryutao, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Akihiro. Yeah.
At this point, I'll.
Cool.
So we appear to be overextending our time with you. We do apologise. I'll add one last thing. We have recently rediscovered the Forgotten Grove. No, Silent Grove, with a forgotten, powerful forest spirit that is very neglected. We have been helping out, but I'd like to pass over that information to your clan as a very spiritual clan to also help look after the shrine. And I present them the writing downs of my notes of pathway through the Shinran Forest to the Silent Grove.
Again, you'll pass that over to Asami.
Yeah, I hold it out to whoever takes it.
And as she'll take it up to the Daimyo, he starts another coughing fit, and a maid rushes out from the side. A slightly older maid. She's probably in her 40s. But as she gets closer, he waves her off. And it's like quite aggressively. He waves her off instead of just like pausing her. And then he glares at her. He then, once she backs off a little bit, but she doesn't leave the dais. He looks at all of you and goes, "Thank you. I shall speak to you later," and waves you off and starts coughing again.
As politely as possible, make as rapid an exit as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. I noticed Xiaofan made a medicine roll. Could have done a spellcraft roll instead of awareness.
No, because you were looking for specific things. So,
Cool.
but you do need to make me an investigation check for what the message you sent me beforehand.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
it is going to be it's going to be very high target number. I'm going to say target 35 on investigation.
Oh, close.
Yeah, close but no cigar. So no is the answer to that. Yeah.
Fine.
Can I read on the maid? Just as we're leaving.
Yeah, you can get read. Yeah.
Like, I know empathy is our insight roll. I don't know if that's something.
You can give me an awareness, either an awareness or an empathy, or you can do you can do an investigation, but it'd be a higher target number because you're going to be. She's only there for a minute or so.
It's truly quite fleeting because I want to keep up with everybody. I don't want to make it obvious.
Yeah.
I think empathy is probably the better one.
Yeah.
Okay.
27. Cool. She's obviously devoted to the Daimyo. She's while she is younger than him, she obviously dotes on him like his family. Yeah, but she's dressed as a maid. She's not dressed as in the samurai cast at all.
No.
Okay. You're led back to the waiting room. Asami comes with you, and as she closes the door behind her, and she then turns to you, bows, holds the bow, and say, "I apologize for the briefness of the meeting with our lord, but as you can see, he is not particularly well. You are welcome to explore the castle within reason. The grounds are there, as is the library as well. It'd be quite obvious where parts are that you can't go, I'm afraid. But if there's anything you wish to know, please do not hesitate to ask." And then she actually comes out of the bow.
Okay. I should say, I should play. My thanks, and that there is no need to apologise. Anything we can do to help with your lord, please feel free to ask.
Is there any herbs that could be found needed finding to help with him?
Yuki, our herbalist, has access to everything that she believes she needs, plus more things that she does not need in this case. But I thank you for your concern. She is our doctor and herbalist.
Can
still
I ask
stands.
you? I mean, I know they must have Shugenja. Do I know if they've got Shugenja?
So
Aren't they really well
the
known
Fox,
for their Shugenja?
yeah. So the Fox Clan are known for their Shugenja. So they don't have like their own Bushi school. They have a Shugenja school. They are known for Shugenjas, and they're known for being able to commune with the spirit realms, almost if not better than the Phoenix, because they specialize a bit more. But especially with the animal spirit realm, which is Xado, I think it is called.
They're also very well known for their alchemy and their herbalism. So I feel like there's really nothing we could offer them on any of those fronts that they probably haven't already tried. But I feel
The
like we
alchemy
should
book.
probably investigate in some manner,
Oh,
but
say
without
again.
insulting them. Yeah. Your
She waits
your
patiently.
sorry,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Shalfam will address Asami and say, your herbalist. You said her name was Yuri.
Yuki.
Yuki. I apologize.
That's not a problem.
Is it, I imagine with having to care for your Daimyo, Yuki is quite busy. Is she?
Uh, she is. Yes, we are trying to discover what is wrong with him, but he does not seem to be responding to any of our treatments. He is always tired, and yet he stays up for 3 days at a time.
Whilst we are here, we do not wish to presume, as respectedly, you are a clan well known for your ability in spells and alchemy and in herbalism, but perhaps perhaps a different perspective. All of us have travelled uh, quite quite a few areas across Rokugan, and we are all from separate clans before we became Boar. We might have other knowledges that is not available to you. Please don't hesitate to ask us. We will keep your confidence about this matter as well. You have our word on that.
I thank you for your offer. I will ensure that um, your kind words are passed on to people who would appreciate it. Kitsuneko may be get in touch with you. Um, she is she is the one which is she is the Shugenja, which has the knowledge of herbs slightly less than Yuki, but she's samurai, whereas Yuki is Henin.
What was the name again?
Kitsune Aiko, Aiko.
Aiko. Aiko. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely. We look forward to hearing from them.
A lunch has been prepared for you if you wish.
I
Oh,
look towards
we'd be very
the rest of
grateful
the
for
group.
that. What time of day is it?
So it's coming up to lunchtime. By the time you went through the meeting, all the rest of it is coming up to lunchtime.
Okay.
Takahashi's starving.
He's always hungry. A bit like the Hulk's always angry.
that's my secret.
What's
My
the
mum.
Is
name
there
of the trial of adulthood again?
Genpuku.
Empuku.
Yeah.
Ryutaro will inquire how Daimyo's daughter's doing on her Genpuku and whether they've heard anything.
You're right. Ryushi Sama has returned for more research. She believes that she has found some information, but wishes to consult with our libraries about what she has discovered. This is not a simple genpuku. This is not only a test of everything that she has learnt, but it is important to our daimyo and to the clan. The lunch will be held in the we've actually set it out as a picnic. It is a more informal lunch, so there will be people. There will be many people there.
Sounds delightful.
Tom, is there time to visit their library before the lunch? They often start.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to
Yeah,
go.
you go there. You wouldn't be able to spend a lot of time there, but you'd at least be able to know where it is.
Yeah.
And see a few people.
Yeah, I want to go and investigate, go and visit the library. Because the comment about him was that he spends a lot of time in the library studying the histories. So I want to go and find out if I want to go and try and find out if there's. She said you'll know where you can't go. Is there like a restricted section? Is there some part of the library they're not allowing us in, or something like that?
Well, when you get to the library, you'll find out. But as you're traveling around, you'll see that there are guards dotted about. So certain places they will step in front of you if it's the wrong place to be. Yeah. So you're off to the library. Whereas you do have everybody has the free reign of the place. So, Mr. Akihiro, where would you like to go, if anywhere?
I'll probably I'll probably go. Takiro's going to a library. You can always learn something from these places, can't you?
Yeah, very true. Okay, Xiaofan.
I was also interested in the library. I don't know whether it's all going on masses. Like we're all going to the library. But fuck it, yeah, let's go to the library.
One of us will go in a different direction. I know.
Yeah. Well, it was that, or I was going to go and see if I could find where they do the herbalism and stuff, and see if I could spot Yuki. But no, I'll go to the library.
Okay.
There's
Ryutao.
Hearing that she's in the library does tempt me to go there, but I know she's also busy, so I'll probably.
Xiaofan says, if you don't come to the library, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. Actually, Ryutao, give you a quick, let's say, perception check.
2 seconds.
It's gonna be quite a low DC for this one. Like it's DC 10. Yeah.
Well.
While you know that she's returned to the library, you also know that she's got a few favorite spots outside in the gardens for reading.
Okay, so I'll head that way and leave Xiaofan thinking that I'm not ignoring her.
Okay.
Offended.
Yeah. Takahashi, where are you off to?
What did they say about lunch?
Lunch is going to be in the gardens. It's a bit of a picnic affair.
And is it ready now, or is it going to be ready soon?
It's going to be ready soon.
He'll probably have to go and check it out.
Okay.
Need any help eating it?
You want to get there first, don't you?
First in line. Best seats.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to start with Takahashi, as he's going to be first at the as the lunch.
Picnic.
Yep. At the picnic. Yep.
Is that normal for to have? Do I know if that's quite normal for them?
It's not normal for like people to do like a picnic in like this sort of diplomatic situation. No, but you're a crab. Etiquette's for the crane. You'll need to be ready at a moment's notice. So take your pleasure while you can.
Okay.
So you're shown the way to where the luncheon has been set up. It's set up for about probably around about 20 people.
Wow.
There's a couple of people. Yeah, there's a couple of people already there. And plus, there's a few servants like starting to bring certain things out to make sure the place looks good. So you notice there's one samurai there. She's actually got a falcon on a glove, and she's feeding it small bits and cleaning. You also notice let's actually go with him. Here's another man in kimono, which has got certain symbology on it, which makes you immediately know that he is a Shugenja. But he's definitely more on the devout sort of side of it than the battle side of things. And he's talking with a woman with who, again, wearing a kimono in the red brown of the Fox Clan, and with what they're talking about, you hear snatches of the conversation. You assume that she's a Shugenja as well.
He's a Fox Clan Shugenja as well, is he?
Yes. So yeah. So you got two Shugenja and samurai there, Bushi there.
Robe, you said it indicates that he's more of a pacifist Shugenja.
Not pacifist. He's more priestly than anything else. Yeah.
Do either their robe, kimonos, or anything that they've got on the markings or anything indicate? Well, I don't know what their studies are, what their schools, if there's multiple schools or multiple paths or anything.
You would assume that they are Fox Clan Shugenja from their school, because that's what the Fox Clan is known for.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really know much about it. You could give me a
law theology
roll. Yeah, give me a theology roll. It's got to be a reasonable target number. Let's say a target number of 15, and then any raises gives you more information.
I didn't think about that. I just got the basics.
Yeah. In that case, they are more aligned with Earth, and the Fox Shugenja are known for being in touch with the spirit realms.
Yeah. Okay. I'll head over to the two Shugenja, then I'll bow to the Bushi with a raven, was it? No.
Falcon.
Looks at me, I'll nod and kind of do that. I like that. But I'll go and introduce myself or go over to they're talking, are they? They're talking to each other. Are they talking face to face, or are they talking so that i.e. that they don't want to be interrupted, or are they open more so that they're open for somebody to join their
They're,
conversation.
they're a bit more open. They are talking about theology.
I'll go over and politely stand to join their group, but I won't interrupt them. I'll stand there, politely smile, and kind of look at the food being put out, and just wait for them for a break in the conversation, or them to ask me
Yep.
to join, and I'll listen to what they're talking about. More to the point.
Yeah. So they're talking about they're actually talking about how the spirit realms are in a slight amount of turmoil, as if something's coming. But they're also talking about how to entreat the Kami, how to treat them different, how to treat the Kami different to the spirits, and how that works. Which is it's a different method. It's a different thing to use. You entreat the Kami. You don't really entreat spirits, whereas they've got interaction with spirits as well. And they're talking about that. They do glance over to you. Notice that you're a Kuni. Well, notice your makeup straight away, and there's a little flicker of a frown from the man, and the woman just opens her eyes slightly wider, and the man bows to you slightly and goes, "Hello, I'm sorry. We must have been boring you with our talk on theology. We are. I am Kitsune Jokoko. I assume you're part of the boar that are visiting."
Indeed, I am, and it's my pleasure to it's my honour to meet you. And you were not boring me in the least. It was absolutely fascinating. You have a knowledge that I do not, and it is it fascinates me. We in our group that we came with, we have a excellently skilled, highly skilled hunter with us. You might have heard of his name, Ryutao, Heichi Ryutao.
Yes, he is. He has visited a few times.
But
He's
he
a
is very.
pleasant young man.
Pardon?
He's a very pleasant young man.
He's lovely. He's very attuned to the spirit realm. He talks about spirits, and we have been together when he's entreated and dealt with us with these spirits, and we have. I'm aware that the spirits are just as real, just as important as the Kami, and have a significant impact on the world. So anything you want to talk about will increase my knowledge of the spirit realm. It's you. I heard you talking about some turmoil. Tell me more if you don't mind. It's absolutely fascinating.
The woman bows to you and goes, "I'm Kitsune Mira. Um, it is strange to see somebody with makeup such as yourself outside of the Kabuki theatre. The only people I've heard of with this sort of affectation were the Kuni, but you
Indeed,
are of the Boar Clan, no?"
indeed, I am. I am of the Boar Clan. I was previously of the Kuni, and I still wear the appropriate makeup of the Kuni. I grew up Kuni. I was trained by the Kuni, and I still have um, a strong um,
Affiliation with
connection
them.
a strong connection to their ways. Um, you may notice that I have, in honour of the upcoming, in honour of our journey here and meeting with the fox, you may notice that I have adapted my markings to bring honour to the to the connection with the fox and the boar. I also am strongly follow the Cooney's principle of being against taint and shadowland effects and such things, and that is why I continue to wear this makeup as a symbology of the continual battle against such things.
So you are a Shugenja as well, says
I am indeed.
Decoro. They start going off on like more theological side of things with how things are working, etc. Things, I ask your opinion on certain matters theologically. So, if you want to give us a law theology roll to see if you can keep up with them.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's quite important for this. I'm going to put a void into it.
Okay.
I've already got a +1, keep one in there for some reason. Do you reckon that would have been an old?
That would probably have been an old
void. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I taking it out? Just so I can put it back in there. That's my anal.
Yeah. 33. Cool. You keep up quite handily, pulling on your previous knowledge and the knowledge that you've learned from Ryutao. And you keep up the conversation, and it's quite an interesting conversation. The only thing that
came from it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that you do learn is that there's been some, I want to say, some turmoil, some feelings throughout the spirit realms of something big is coming, but you're not entirely sure. That nobody is entirely sure what. Okay, and that's where we're going to leave you, and we're going to move on to Akihiro, Takahiro, and Xiaofan in the library
with the lead piping.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I'm really going there just to sort of get a lay of the land of the library. What sort of books are in it? Are there any bits that are restricted? There was some comment about studying the histories. I'm quite thinking, how is a library structured? Is it like sort of, are there reading lecterns, and would books, or is it books? Is it scrolls? Are things left out? Is there anything left out on lectors that people are currently reading and partway through, which might be quite interesting to go and see what they're reading, things like that?
No, things are there are reading like small lecterns, basically, which you sit at, and you can you roll out your scrolls, and it's also like writing materials, etc. there as well. Everything's very neat and tidy. You do see it's quite extensive. It's very well maintained and appointed library. Most things are scrolls, but there are a few books. But books are a more recent invention, as it were. They haven't really taken off. It's something that the unicorn brought back. Most things are still on scrolls. There is one person in the library itself. It is an aging woman who has almost like permanent ink stains on her sleeves and on her fingers. And she is wearing a full kimono with stylized fox on it. She's also got her hair in a samurai but non-bushi hairstyle, and she's currently sitting there reading some scrolls, making notes.
I shall. Does she notice us when we enter?
Yes, she as she went, she notices the three of you, pauses and hello. Yes, more people for the library. I was not expecting such illustrious guests to our plan to come upon my small domain here. Yes.
I'm always
Welcome to the
interested in a
Library of the
library.
Fox.
Sorry, I missed that, Tom. What did you say?
Welcome to the Library of the Fox.
Um,
How can we help you?
My thanks. We are. I'm always interested in the library, and I was wondering if it'd be okay to just peruse what you had in it. Is there any great works of history or
Oh yes,
of
yes.
legend or
Oh, very much so.
poetry?
How much do you know of the history of the fox?
Um, a little, but I would say it is fairly basic, and it can undoubtedly be improved.
Then you know that we were formed when the Shinjo, which are now the Unicorn Clan, when they left the Empire, we remained and became the Fox Clan. So we took it upon ourselves to take note of anything important that happens within the Empire that we can give a copy to the Unicorn to get them back up to speed, which we did so when they returned 800 years ago.
And I assume you've continued with your practice of recording
Oh,
everything.
of course, yes. Everything that we can find out about and everything that happens that we know about, we definitely record. Yes. So we have stories of might and magic. We have stories of heroes, and we also have things like blights and plagues. We have stories about what happened to the Battle of White Stag, for example, and when the Gaijin attacked. We have
We have
all
fought
sorts
some
of
Gaijin.
history here.
No,
Really?
sorry, actually, that is right, isn't it? There is it. It was
Well,
Gaijin.
Gaijin, yeah, Gaijin are classed as anybody not of the Empire.
So we did, yeah.
So yes, you have, yeah.
Those marauders were Gaijin.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Yeah,
So yes, we fought an incursion of them to the west of the Boarlands.
oh, yes. The Borlands. Yes, you are recently setting up, aren't you? Yes.
Is she taking notes by any chance?
Not at the moment.
Um,
I
right. So I'm talking to B. Ian. Is there anything you want to talk about? Because I want to steer the conversation to a particular subject, but from what she just told me, but
Xiaofan is actually
the
just going
one.
to yeah, sorry.
So I was just going to say the guys you fought were are also known as Yobanjin.
that's it. Yeah, Banjin.
Okay, that's the type. That's like the tribes, as it were. Yeah,
Well, I shall tell her that.
but Gaijin is like a catch-all term. Anyway, sorry. Yes, B.
That's right. Xiaofan just wants to. She sees that Takahiro is making nice with the librarian. She kind of keeps an ear on the conversation that they have, but sort of starts perusing some of the storybooks, looking for just anything that sounds interesting. Her goal here is to people watch. So this woman is of interest to her and anybody else that might come in. and 2, if she happens to find anything interesting that could be, say, presented in a play form for the festival that we're holding and the Winter Court, to again honour the fox and things like that. I'm just gathering bits of knowledge, so nothing super important. It could be, I'll just get that knowledge later, as it were. So that's what Xiaofan's doing.
No problem. Give me a quick investigation roll and then poke me later with it.
Perfect.
Okay. Akihiro, is there anything that you wanted to look at?
2 things. I think Annie sort of touched on it a little bit earlier. Is there a section where people too important to file stuff away, put stuff for the librarian to file, and to have a little quick rifle through that if I can? And failing that, on a personal note, I want to get sort of head towards any sort of spiritual writing and that might have links to the path of man.
Ooh,
Anything like that.
Just to add
'Cause, I
one
mean,
thing in, Tom. I'm I'm going to try and completely occupy her, which gives the other two time to do whatever they want. I want to start asking her whether her history includes covering thing. We've heard a story about some crab clan heroes called Merin, Yago, and Mamoru, who fought Hibikiyu, is that how you pronounce it? The Echoing Hunger. And I'm basically, I want to try and see if she can help me research that and if they have anything about that. But that, I'm going to actively engage her in going through scrolls trying to find that, which will hopefully distract and let the other two do what they want.
Okay, no problem. Right, come back to you, Akihiro. Give me a investigation check. It's going to be quite a high DC because you've only got about like 10 to 20 minutes before you have to leave to go back to the picnic. So if you want to put it, so I'm going to give you a DC of, specifically for the Path of Man, I'm going to give you a DC of 30. Tell me if you want to put any raises into it.
No, but I'm going to put a void in it because I'm going to struggle to get 30 with
okay.
With my so that gives me 1 keep 1, doesn't it?
Yes. $27. Ooh. What I'm going to say is that you find hints of stuff when it comes to the Path of Man, and you get the feeling that there may be more information here, but you don't have chance to find it at this moment in time. You don't know how in depth it's going to be because of the secrecy behind it anyway. But you get the feeling there might be something here.
Okay.
But the stuff that is still to be put away, that was the other thing you were going to look at, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So stuff that was going to be put away. So you do have this. It's in several piles. One pile is about herbalism and illnesses and so on. One pile is of the history of the fox. Give me a quick perception check. Straight perception. Target number 15. There's something linking these, but you're not sure what it is. Linking this pile about the fox.
I'm getting an itch I can't scratch it.
Exactly, yeah. And those are the two piles that are there.
Okay.
Xiaofan, you were looking for the stories of the fox, so you can do it as an honor thing. That's easy enough to do. We don't need to make a roll for that. That is literally finding stories of the Fox Clan. Well, sorry, what did you say? There was something else you were looking for?
What, me?
Yes.
I was literally just people watching. I want part of me is trying to get an idea on the layout of this place. So I'm interested in people coming and going, and just the general layout about where the library might be connected to, doorways and things like that. But
actually,
sorry, hold on a second, Ian.
Yep.
Miss Xiaofan, give me a quick roll. Investigation. DC 15.
Okay, investigation. Let's go. 24.
Cool. You do get what is the equivalent of a blueprint of this place that you can find.
I love it.
You know where that
Nice.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I find a blueprint amongst the history of the castle of Kitsune.
Yeah.
Kitsune.
Exactly. So you can always go back to it and just get it straight away.
Nice.
Ian.
Yeah, knowing I've got no medical skill whatsoever, but knowing that Xiaofan has, I might sort of gesture over and point out the scrolls that have some sort of medicinal leaning to it. Because I'm thinking, well, these are out. This might be something that either Yukio was looking at, or that we might be able to glean something more about his condition from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you've got the two piles. You've got the history of some more history of the Fox Clan, and you've got the medicine stuff. You've probably got a few minutes before. Actually, I'll give you her name now as well. Kitsune Hisano. She's the librarian.
Yeah, just put it in
I'll put it there.
chat. Thank you.
There you go. Because she would have introduced herself at some point to you.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? So you've pretty much only got time to go through one pile. Yeah. So, which pile do you want to go through? Do you want to go through the medical stuff, or do you want to go through the history?
Medical.
Medical. Cool. Give me a medicine intelligence check.
I'm going to put a void into this because I am very interested.
Sure.
So...
Okay. Sugar, I should have given you a thing, but that's more than a thing. So cool. I will tell you this. Okay. There are many scrolls about different types of coughs and tiredness and general malaise. There's several medical like potions and poultices that that have been like researched into and presumably used. One thing you do notice, and it does stand out a little bit to you, is that there is a mention of jade petal tea.
Okay. I point
That's
that
the only
out
thing that stands out
to...
to you.
Yeah, because it stands out to me, I point silently to it out to Akihiro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whilst you're doing that, Hisano actually starts leading Takahashi out, saying about going to the going to the picnic. But she also says, yes, there's a.
So you said Takahashi, do you mean Takahiro?
Takahiro, yep, sorry. Yes, there is a. That does ring a bell, actually. The Hibiki Ue. I'd have to have a look. But if memory serves, it was quite some time ago in the Crablands that ended
About
up
300 years, I believe.
There's something about the Shinrin at the end of the story, but I can't remember what it was. But we do have some information. I'm sure we got it somewhere. It's yes, very potentially. After lunch, we'll have a look for you and see what we can find.
Are you joining the lunch?
Oh, of course. Yes, I wouldn't miss it for the world. No, I may be an old lady, but I am well looked after here. Fully, because I am an old lady and I know all the secrets. Don't you know? Oh, yes. Sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God, I
attempting
love
to
her.
charm her as much as possible.
Absolutely. Do you know what? She reciprocates quite easily.
Do you want an etiquette
She's
roll or a courtier roll or anything like that?
give me a courtier roll because you started to like flirt with her, etc. It's going to be quite a low roll, but she's quite reciprocal. She quite likes it. So I'm going to say target number 15, and then you can start putting raises in for
I'm going to put 2 raises
more
in.
trust.
2
Okay.
raises.
So it's for trust and information and that sort of stuff. Yeah, easily.
Should have put more
Yeah,
than 2 in.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's very happy with you.
I'm trying to build her into a contact within the Fox clan. Not like somebody who's going to give us confidential information, but someone she's clearly got a lot of information, and someone who's willingly share information.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Mm.
without a doubt. Right, so pause you guys there, and we're going to go to Ryutaru for a little bit before we go to the lunch. Ryutaru, you do find Ryushi in one of her spots that you were looking for. I'll give you. Hang on a second. I'll give everybody a look at this. So
Is it quite a secluded spot?
Yeah. A sec. Players. Here we go. Is that come up for you guys?
Yeah, that's come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Okay.
like her kimono.
Yeah. And there is a fox at her side as well. So as it is a little bit secluded, you do see like her usual shadow bodyguard friend that hangs around with her. Off to one side, but just keeping an eye on her. But she's alone, as it were, and she is sitting there reading.
Because being immature and quite brazen, I want to try and sneak up to her and pick a flower and sort of surprise her with it.
You could go pick a
assume
flower
I have
or
to
use
nod
or
to
use the
him so he
flower you were
knows.
given.
Huh?
Yeah. Quick question: are you going to use the cherry blossom that you were given, or are you going to just pick a flower?
I think I'm going to pick a flower first and then do a bit more of a grand gesture with the cherry blossom
Cool.
afterwards.
In that case,
I don't think it's right to play a joke with something that powerful.
Okay, cool. Right. Give me a stealth roll, and she's going to give you a straight awareness roll.
Does this? What's it? Does this won't count as wilderness? Was it the gardens?
No, sorry.
No bonus for me. That is terrible.
Oh, that's terrible. And she gets a 22. So as you are coming up behind her, she just looks up and smiles at you and says, Ryutaru-san, you're exceedingly clumsy today.
Yes, I do appear to be putting my wrong foot forward right now. Let's offer out the flower to her.
Yeah. She, a small nod, takes it. She sniffs it and then holds it and then places it in her book and closes it as if to press it and keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It is nice to see you again. It has been some time. It's been 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that.
Yes.
Since I saw you last.
I have to travel with my clan, unfortunately, for a little while, but I've managed to come back and on a diplomatic journey this time, but still happy to see you are here. I hear you out on your genpuku, so I didn't want to disturb your study too much.
It is nice to be home. I have yet to complete the genpuku as I have not brought the sword back as yet. However, I have found some interesting bits and pieces that have piqued my curiosity and should hopefully point me in the right direction. I may have to poke your brain, actually, as he does mention some spirit realms as well, but that is not time for that now. Now is the time for greeting a friend. How are you? How are things? What have you been doing?
Been traversing the Boarlands with Vigala about facing the marauders and. Do I mention the goblins? I don't know. Actually, a bit more relaxed around her, so I'll mention that we've slaughtered some goblins as well,
Okay.
and then I'll talk
Quite
a bit.
When you talk about the Shadowlands creatures, you see a fierce scowl come over her face, which you know is because she's got this deep-seated hatred of the Shadowlands, and she responds with happiness that you actually not only wiped them out, but you discovered there's a plot as well.
I probably wouldn't talk too much about the plot. Well, actually, no, I might confide in her. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was
ignoring
me
what everyone
there.
else says.
Yeah. Love making the world more loquacious. So she is reasonably impressed, and she knows she's very happy, and she celebrates your victories with her. But also, after you finished your tales,
I was going to go on to the a bit about the grove, the Silent Glade,
Silent Grove,
and then
Silent Glade. Yep.
Produce the cherry blossom, saying this was gifted to me by the spirit. I can't. It was keeper of the
Cherry Blossom,
Cherry
Princess of the Silent Grove.
That was it. Yeah. And I said, I wish to give this to you.
Ooh, okay. Give me 2 rolls.
God.
You give me a courtier and a etiquette roll. What is your intention behind this? Is your intention as a love thing, or as just a political gift to another clan?
More a declaration of romantic intent. Yeah, love thing.
Okay, cool. Right. In that case, did you the etiquette is going to be higher than the courtier. So the courtier is going to be a 15 target number. The etiquette, though, for doing the declaration of romantic interests, let's make that a 25. 22. Let's make that 22. Okay.
Right.
Do you want to put any raises into it? Either of them?
No.
Or void points?
I might into the etiquette, and I might do a void point into the etiquette. The courtier, I'm not, because I'm not a courtier.
Yep.
And the etiquette.
I have been offering you lessons.
Shut up. Well, at least I'm trained in etiquette.
Lesson number 1: don't tell your teacher to shut up.
Oh,
no
I did well on both of those.
Annoying you. Jeez, you don't need that, mate.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a small blush, say a slight blush and a small smile that comes over her face, and she bows to you and says, "I was not expecting this." He says, not to say that this is unappreciated, because it very much is so, and it brings joy to me for your feelings on this matter being as strong as they are, as this gift is more than any woman can expect for a gift from the cherry blossom princess, a karmi of power, and for the cherry blossoms renewal and love. It is. I thank you. I do not have anything that I can give you in return apart from this. And then she reaches up and she pulls out a jade hairpin with a silver box on the end of it. And her hair falls loose, and she offers this to you.
So, my etiquette, would I take that or not?
You
There's
would
a whole refusing 3 times thing, isn't there?
Yeah, you would refuse it. Something like this, you would refuse twice and then accept on
Yeah.
the third time. You would. I'm going to take that etiquette roll for this.
Yeah.
Because that is you were geared up for this. She wasn't. So yeah, it's you go through the whole rigmarole of no and yes, no
Yeah.
and yes, and so on. And then you hear from a few feet away, very much, finally, is muttered, complete sotto voce. And then there's the thing saying, the voice that says from the a few feet away, it is time for the lunch, milady. And with that, she gets up and bows to you again and starts walking slowly towards the garden, where part of the garden where the picnic's going to be.
Guessing I respectfully follow behind, a bit further back.
Yeah, she does turn and smile at you once, and then she continues walking.
Does the fox follow her or not?
The fox glances between the two of you, then darts off into the bushes.
I'll give the fox a wink because I know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Prank me while I was trying to be romantic was brilliant.
Yeah. Just be grateful that I'm an old softie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody can be at the picnic. There is space for all of you, so the 6 of you, and then there's space for another dozen more people. But the one space, as you all gather there, the spaces start filling up. But the space at the head of the table remains empty. But Ryushi sits next to that spot, and she glances back towards the castle a couple of times with a look of concern on her face. So, it pretty much seems to be a bit. a
Sorry,
free for all.
Akihiro.
Sorry, go for it.
Sorry, Akihiro's going to make a point sitting down next to Xiaofan.
Okay. Cool. So it's pretty much a seems to be, apart from where Ryoshi is sitting on the empty space, there doesn't seem to be any particular spaces like assigned to people. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's got a battle map.
No, I don't have a battle map.
He's counted. He's got a battle map.
I don't know. There are six female samurai and 4 male samurai there. Obviously, Asami is there, who you met. Hisano is being escorted by Takahiro.
Saying that though, when it becomes
yeah,
polite, I'm not going to monopolise her, and I'm going to. I hate this phrase, and I've seen it done. It's horrible, but I'm going to work the room, and I'm going to try and meet everyone, and sort of do the politician bit, and try and make good impression on everyone. Meet everyone, learn their names, and so on, and just all that slightly sycophantic political bollocks
sure, no problem.
that my character's an expert in,
okay.
but I personally hate as a person.
Yes. So lunch is actually quite pleasant. People are talking about various different things. If anybody wishes to earwig any conversations, or if they wish to lead conversations in any particular way, please let me know. Do you want a list of who? You will get a list of everybody who is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
Copy and paste it.
It's in a table.
Ryutao will be probably keeping himself away from everyone and trying not to grin like a Cheshire cat right now.
Okay.
Duh.
I'm going to be carrying on with the conversation that I've been having, if I can, and trying to find out more about this turmoil that's happening. And I think that might be related.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to be off soon anyway, so.
Yeah, that's no worries. I'm just going to get everyone down in this. So give me a second. My typing skills today are atrocious. So you have Kitsune. She is a Shugenja. She is older. She is the person who's been treating the Daimyo. I'll put all this in the chat afterwards. She's the person who's been treating the Daimyo alongside Yuki, but she's been concentrating more on the magical side of things. Asami is there, the courtier that you met earlier. You do have Kitsune Dero. He is how he moves and how he looks. He is a Bushi through and through. He is some sort of fighter. You've got Hamato, who is hanging out with the woman who had the hawk on her, the falcon on her wrist, who is named Kenjin. They both seem to have the look of the wild about them. They seem to be more at home, not here in this sort of etiquette sort of place. Hisano, the librarian that you know, Jakoko, who is the man that Takahashi was talking to. You've got a gentleman by the name of Kainko, who is he's quite straight-laced, but you feel like he's putting on some sort of front. in this sort of situation. And then you've got Miru, the woman that Takahashi was talking to, the other Shugenja. And then finally you got Nezuko, who is she's definitely working the room as well. She's
Sorry, who was working the room?
Meisuko, Meisuko. She's definitely working the room, and make sure people are paired up and they're talking and everything like that. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's do it this way.
Do you say you're going to put something in the chat with all the names?
Yes. So I'll see if this works. Well, I'll do bit by bit. Does anybody wish to like lead conversations anywhere, or like earwig into anything?
I do want to say something very quickly to Xiaofan. That's why I sat next to her.
Yeah.
That may have been a tactical mistake. We know that they're looking for medical information, so, and no offence, but their skills are probably as good as ours. We should have looked at. Probably should have looked at the historical stuff that other people have been looking at, because that might have given us more of an understanding of what people are looking at, and understanding that.
I'm sure
If there's find out what Gohai's been looking at, I guess. But we need to sort of get back to the library before that stuff gets put away.
Well,
I think you'd have overheard as we're going, because you came with myself and
yeah, I imagine we probably
Hisano, because a group.
Yeah.
You've probably heard that we're intending on going back to the library.
Yeah.
You'd have heard that. I don't know what you two have been up to, but I think you'd have heard that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Takahashi, before you disappear, you will find out that the turmoil that is happening, it's only like a minor thing that's happening in the spirit realms, but it seems like Jikoku is spreading out again. He's trying to cause up some trouble, but also there's in the realm of animals, there's a bit of a turmoil. Just with how animals get the sense of a predator in the area, they're starting to get that sort of vibe.
Right. Would that be like a spirit predator in the area?
They don't know. This is the problem. They don't know.
Would that be normally what would get them riled up? Like there's some sort of spiritual enemy?
Maybe not a spiritual enemy, but they can see something coming on the horizon, something big that's going to affect all the realms.
Oh, okay.
Just as a reminder to everyone, Xiaofan had mentioned something before we went on this journey about something her old Shugenja teacher.
I thought we'd heard something big.
Yeah,
happening.
Something big happening. It was very vague. That was soon to affect everyone.
Was this like a?
So
was this like a premonition from your?
No, this from Xiaofan. It was a letter.
No. So, but was it a premonition from the Shugenja who advised you?
Oh, I see. She didn't mention, and Xiaofan didn't really say.
Yeah, so you don't know the source of that information. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, I will say that you did ask the question and earlier, which was your teacher was not a diviner.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
I
me?
saying yes, you. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Asuka was
I know
not.
that. No,
Yeah.
I'm imagining very much that her information has come from a spy network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we spoke about blood speakers as well, and we know there's something going on with the blood speakers as well, and these goblins that are following us, and we know there's big things afoot.
Yeah. And
I
with
don't
that
know what.
other guy, the Ronin guy, the guy getting all the Ronin together and everything. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different threads here that may not be necessarily connected, but as a whole.
Oh, they're going to be connected.
Weird.
Me connect threads? No, I'd never do anything like that. No
Um,
GM would ever do that.
yeah, so I'm happy with that, and I'll listen. Oh, I'll listen into other conversations as well where I can.
Yeah.
For anything relating to that, and what I said earlier that I was looking out for right at the start, it may be a role in investigation for.
Give me one quick roll now, and then you're free to disappear because you are old man,
Thank you.
and you need your
Go on to
your
spin.
beauty sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I
put
was about to say, yeah.
You should have gone to bed like 8 hours ago then.
Before any thanks, Kyle.
Um,
It's an investigation again.
Yeah, give me give me a quick investigation one. Do
What
you want to
time
probably,
of day is it now? Is it
this is
lunchtime?
it is lunchtime, yeah. So did you want to put any void points into this?
No, because I've already spent 2 void points this morning. I'm gonna save one for a rainy afternoon.
Yeah, you can either give me investigation or courtier, whichever one you wish.
Investigation.
Okay.
What did I get?
Nice. Okay, I'll get back to you with that one.
All right, no fun.
Okay.
See you all whenever. What
Next
do you want
week?
us to do with the camera, Andy?
leave it on, but by all means cover it up or something like that.
Yeah.
And mute yourself.
And mute
I can't
yourself.
for it.
Yeah.
Mute myself.
Okay.
Tom, you said
Night,
about
boss.
no, Ken. Tom, you said about what am I doing?
Yeah, if you want to steer the conversation.
I'm not steering a conversation. What I'm doing is I'm working the room. I'm meeting everyone. I'm trying to make sure that everyone gets a good impression of the Boar Clan. So sort of essentially trying to use the courtier skill to ensure to make a good impression. Or etiquette, whichever
Sure,
you
no
prefer.
problem.
Yeah, and then but also
this is a courtier one.
yeah, and then I'm not steering the conversation in any direction, but I'm actively trying to listen to anything that people are discussing, and just picking up fag ends of conversations, other people's conversations, and the classic courtier thing. Well, I'll have a banal chat with someone on one side of me while trying to listen to the person the other side of the table and stuff like that.
Sure.
Do you want a courtier check?
Go for it.
I'm actually,
Yes,
I think,
please.
going to put a void point into this. Just
Okay.
because this is such a so
you-
adds one
you-
keep one, doesn't it?
To make yes. So before you roll,
Mm-hmm.
to make a good impression, you're looking at 25 to make. That's like a good impression, good sort of good neutral sort of impression. If you want to put any raises into it, each raise will increase your the standing.
I'm rolling 8, keep 5.
Yep.
What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon I can go to 35 on that?
Possible.
What, 8 keep 5?
Don't forget. Yeah, don't forget, if you don't hit your target number that you raised to, you don't hit the original target number either.
Yeah, you
I'll-
fail at everything.
I'll go to.
Yeah,
I'll just
you
do one
failed.
raise. I'll go 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably
And
going to
you're
get one
spending a
over.
void
The
point?
average should be 40,
I've spent
but...
a void point. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that was
37.
35 would have been impossible, but a bit risky.
But yeah. You actually you work you're working the table. You're actually meeting and greeting, and you're giving a very good impression. You are almost back home in the Crane lands with how you are working this sort of stuff. This is the political stuff that you've been taught from a child.
Mm.
So yeah, you're definitely making a good impression.
hmm As I said, this isn't just me.
Yeah.
This is I'm trying to spread it out over all of my companions
Yes.
and so the clan in general.
Yes, without a doubt. So
Uh,
yeah, you
Uh,
go for it.
Say, and do you want an awareness check or a perception check or an investigation check for trying to listen to other people's conversations to see if I pick up anything of interest?
Yes, please.
What do you want?
Anything actually. It'll be
Can I do
awareness courtier if you
awareness?
want to do that.
That's for listening into
Courtier,
conversation.
if you want to do without being noticed, without making it obvious.
Okay. What target number?
You should be good.
So
man.
yeah. I'm gonna say target number 15, and then every raise gives you one more bit of information.
I'll do 2 raises, please.
Okay.
So I got that. So 3 bits of information.
3 bits of information. Okay. Let me find the right bits. I'll give you the bits of information. First off, there is a worry for Gohai with his sickness. That's quite an easy one.
Right. How
He's
can I ask a question about that worry? And this you may
Yeah.
want to use some of the other ones. Are they worried because of genuine concern for him, or are they worried because they don't have faith in his daughter or something like that, as because she's very young to becoming faith is the wrong word. I'm sure they believe in her, but more that just she's very young and comparatively experienced. She hasn't done a genpuku yet. So are they? What's the source of the worry about Goei? Is it just concern for their lord who they adore?
So they are concerned about their lord. I wouldn't say that they adore him. Okay. So that's another point of information. You can see that they did have respect for him. There's some, they're hopeful that when Rosai passes her Gampuku, then she will, her father will retire and she'll take over the clan because they believe that she is going to be good for the clan. Yeah. Because there is Gohai is not only is he not well, but he's like not sleeping for 3 days. He's completely up and he's hyper fixated on learning learning the history of the ancestral sword and where it's gone. He's also showing signs of paranoia as well. So he's not well. They're worried that he's not responding to any of the medication, but he's not deteriorating. He can stay up for a long time. He's getting paranoid about people coming after the clan. he's snapping and he's snapping, and he was always a strong-willed person, but he was quite rigid in keeping his emotions in check. But he's starting to snap at people. That's what you get.
Um,
Yeah, so this is quite a very pleasant thing, and they're on their guard amongst you because you are outsiders, but you do hear these few little bits.
can I just check on something you said? So, it sounds like they've lost a degree of respect to him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And you said something about he's obsessed with learning what's happened to their ancestral sword. Is that which you said is missing?
Yeah,
Yes. So that's what.
Genpuku for.
Yeah.
Do we already know that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Because that's what her Genpuku's about.
Oh, of course it is. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
idiot. Yeah. Okay.
Tom, can I ask
Yes.
quickly what the is it appropriate to assist somebody on what they're doing on their Genpuku?
They can ask for assistance, but they have to. It depends on the Genpuku. Something like this, she wouldn't be expected to do on her own, but she can ask for assistance. She can ask for, do research and get people to do research for her, that sort of thing. So
Would
if you offered
offering
help,
yeah.
you would have to be careful how you worded it, but you could do it.
Okay. Sorry, go on, Ian.
I was going to move over to Kanko, Kitsune Kanko, who's the Bushi.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested. They haven't got a Bushi school. What sort of
Yeah.
techniques or style he uses, and I'm going to come at it looking at my my fellow boar who's working the room and sort of trying to get a look at that peacock. Eh? What a waste of a good sword type sort of line, just to sort of get a read to see if this guy's, is a warrior, is he a court, to try and get a real feel for him.
So he looks back at you and I wouldn't like to say much about a member of a clan I know nothing about. However, he doesn't strike me as he strikes me more of a crane, a preening crane, who can fight, but they like to
The instinct.
show off.
Yeah, if you stand still, is good in a fight. Luckily for us, he's better with his tongue than he's with his sword.
Damn.
You do need those. You do need people like that, I'm afraid. I myself, I stay amongst the guards normally. I'm honoured to be here, but I'm not comfortable here, and neither are you by the looks of it. And he purposely looks at your garb, and it's like it is worn, it is because of the whole thing, but it is clean. So
yeah, perfectly serviceable.
Exactly, that's the word. Perfectly serviceable.
I'll say I'm not sure how long we're staying for, but perhaps we could spar. I'm sort of unaware of the techniques or that you would employ. I'm previously of the Dragon Clan, so
Yes, that's right. You were one of the ones that took part in the Topaz Championships last year, aren't you? Yes. And why did you choose to take a step down from a great clan to a minor clan? Forgive me for
I,
asking.
I,
But
I, no, it's a fair question. I found a warmer welcome within my new clan than I found in my old clan.
right.
I think they would better use my talents than the dragons seem to feel I was ready for.
I suppose there are more people in the schools of the dragon than there are of the boar. Are you? So we are, as a clan, we have our special, our Shugenja are the focus of the clan. What is the focus of the boar, if I could ask? Is it Shugenja? Is it Bushi? Is it Cortez?
Our Daimyo is a Shugenja, but we do have a Bushi school that specialises in the
Mai Chong.
Maichong. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
rather than the use of the sword. But it is something I'm learning. But I'm keen to pass on some of my education to some of the young apprentices.
Right. Right. Well, I was lucky enough to train with the Dragonfly. I have respect and some knowledge of your clan. Um, but I am a bit of a rarity amongst the Fox in that I have gone to another clan who have specific schools for Bushi. Most of the Bushi here don't have any of those teachings. They can fight, don't get me wrong, they can fight and they can fight well. However, our emphasis is more on the Shugenja and on the natural world.
Yeah. Well,
So it is. But if there's a sparring you want, by all means, we can arrange something. There's a dojo here in the castle. We can arrange that for another day. How long are you staying for?
I think we'll be here for a few days. There's some stuff that needs to be organised before we can leave. So yeah, we'll be here for a few days.
Excellent, excellent. Well, when we have chance, we can organise a organise a training session for yourself and any of your clanmates who wish to come along. It's always going to be interesting to see what people say and do and how they do things.
And as the conversation sort of drops out, I'll just stand there a little bit awkwardly. Yeah, don't move away.
He recognises the awkwardness. Yeah, and he's like, "Excuse me," and he does glance back at you. But he's like, "Yeah, he does." He lets you let.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh,
I lost that. I lost that.
Oh.
Yeah, you cut out at the end there, Tom.
What's he do?
Oh, sorry.
He lets Akihiro do what?
He just looks. Yeah. He looks back at Akihiro as Akihiro's just stood there like quite awkwardly, nods a little bit with a little bit of a, "Hey, you are a bit of a weird one," and then he just turns to someone else and starts talking to them.
leave the widow in the corner by himself. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Used to it.
Is there anything that you guys want to do
Yeah.
before we do
I do.
anything else?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I want to go over to Ryutaro. I'll sit with him. You look happy.
Immediately try and compose myself.
You're blushing.
Is warm.
Mm-hmm. Everything went well, I take it.
Yes. Even if you did try and drag me the wrong direction.
Oh, well, I thought she was in the library.
And I know better.
Clearly you do. Trust you a bit more, perhaps. Even if you didn't take my advice on the perfume, but...
I'm not doing that. Every beast would smell me a mile off before I even got near it if I put that stuff on.
Beasts are around here, Ryutaro.
Quite a few, actually.
And
Oh,
yeah, she
more
looks at a
spirits.
fox that walks past
Yeah.
and she goes, all right, fair. Fair enough. It's, why don't you go and sit with Ryoshi? Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would be proper. I don't know.
It's fine. We are in a picnic setting. It's not a... This is not too formal. We could go together if you wish. Keep the conversation just amongst those at that end of the table.
Can do. I was going to speak to the hunters at some stage. And
Well, there you
regale
go.
them
There's a
with
group of
some of
them
my
now.
tracking skills recently.
I want to drag Ryutaru over to Ryoshi and
You dragging
hopefully...
Ryoshi over to me now?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'm just gonna grab her and bring her over. No, I want to
Daimyo's daughter
take
just drag
us.
her.
Yeah. Take us
Oh.
over to hopefully Ryoshi with a larger group of people. I know that we're all sort of like doing this kind of musical chairs type thing as we're socializing and things like that.
Yeah.
With the possibility to get those that we haven't had real chance to, or Xiaofan hasn't had a real chance to kind of get a bead on yet. She's not too worried about the librarian, or I'd say that's probably everybody. The librarian, she feels fairly confident that she's fine, but
Yeah.
she'll sit down with Ryoshi and sort of bow, make her introductions, and be like, good to see you again. It has been some time, and honestly, I feel like it has not been too long a time, as Ryutaro here never really does stop talking about you. So, but I wanted to extend my sympathies about the condition of your father. We met him this morning, and we could see that he is quite unwell. Bearing in mind, obviously, that your clan is quite good at the things they are good at. It must be something quite rough that is holding him. Whilst I'm talking about that, I want to gain the... basically, I'm trying to read who is trying to listen in on the conversation.
Okay.
Basically, I want to see who's overly interested in us sticking our nose in.
Sure. Give me an awareness courtier roll. Target number. Wow. Let's say thingy roll. So let me roll some dice.
I'm just more shocked you came out of saying that I just constantly talk about her. Like, great.
I want.
Yeah.
I needed a. What do they call it? Fuck.
Opener.
A chaser.
No.
An opener. Yeah.
Drop me
Something
in
to
it.
put her off of what I'm actually getting after. Hopefully she thinks it's just some kind of bid to try and like big up Ryutaro, which it is, but also the actual intent is to see who's.
I don't know if you're going to see this. You probably are going to see it. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 12. 20, 30, 36. Cool. Give me a awareness courtier roll.
I'm going to put a void point in.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have. You should be able to. 35. Oh.
Did I miss it? Oh.
You did. Oh, didn't you see the roll I did?
I could see.
Yeah,
some...
we saw a lot of D10s, but we don't know what you're adding up.
Yeah, we don't know what you're keeping out of that.
Yeah. So, you missed it by 1, fortunately.
Oh.
But but you know the things you know that the people likely to be listening in are the courtiers.
Yes.
Those are pretty much an automatic.
Yeah.
You would assume
it's
they
more
are.
of a. I think what I was going for, which obviously is irrelevant really because I've missed the role, but more of Xiaofan is trying to see if there's and this is something Xiaofan will keep on investigating to see if anyone in the court is aware of what is actually happening with the Daimyo and is perhaps betraying him in,
Right. Okay.
in a
Cool.
very blunt way.
Yeah. Cool.
By manufacturing this.
Yeah. No. The only thing you would know is that the courtiers are definitely going to be earwigging you lots and trying to get information out of you lots. Because that's their role effectively.
Yeah.
I think that's that's actually a good place to leave it. And we'll start start next game with the conversation between Yoshi and yourself.
Me?
Because otherwise it could go on. Yes. Because otherwise it could go on for a while. And it's 11 o'clock. Yeah. So that's all for tonight, folks. Thank you very much. Fingers crossed we can be with you shortly again.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thanks all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.